think that you've seen in my head all my dreams. I'm changing. Don't think that you've seen the dust and the debris. I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing.
Hi, I'm Dave. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It's Sunday. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Christine. Hey, Smokey. Hey, Resto. How's everybody doing today? Just giving some time for people to show up, you know. Didn't want to jump straight into it, so I put on some music and let the image sink in. How's everybody doing? Are we having a happy Sunday? Enjoying time with our families and stuff? I hope. Bum, bum, bum. I'm bigger. Getting bigger. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. I don't want to go too crazy here. Did I stop the music? Yes, I stopped the music. No, I didn't stop the music. Please don't stop the music. Yeah. All right. We are also hopefully live on Kick and Twitch. We will see. I don't see. All right. Is Twitch live? Trying to stream on 3 things at once. We'll see how this goes. What? Okay. Yep. Twitch is good. Kick is good. We're golden. Back to me. And it's just YTEmpDave on all platforms. So if you are here, please do me a favor. And I guess I should probably grab those real quick and link them in chat if I want you to actually go sub up to them. Would probably be helpful, huh? Hey, what's up, Tattoos? What's up, Doty? Welcome to the stream. Dun, dun, dun. Why aren't you at home? There is Kick. If anybody can pop over there and sub up, that would be amazing. And, well, Twitch doesn't matter quite as much, but Kick, at some point, I might try to get on Kick or Keep, and kind of need to have a Kick channel in order for that to be really worth it. Hey, what's up, Brianna? Appreciate you popping in. I'm giving a few more minutes for people to show up before I get into the content. But what we're doing today, we're going over some allegations that it's been backed up by quite a few people. There's quite a few videos out on it. Tweet that I'm going to read, a little article saying that JustaMinx is partially at least responsible for the death of TwoMad. So we're going to get into why and figure out why everybody seems to think this. TwoMad was a strange character, but definitely entertaining in his own right. So happy he graced us all. What's up, one above all? Welcome to the stream. There's some other great creators here that have showed up just now. Resto Chesto and One Above All. Definitely check out their channels. They are amazing people. There we go. At the Shadow 79 for One Above All, and at Resto Chesto for Resto Chesto. But without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So, I'll start with this article that I came across. I haven't read through it yet, so I really don't know what it's going to say, but it says, he has nothing to live for. Clip of JustaMinx comments, allegedly about TwoMad, before his death goes viral. This is where we're starting our investigation. We're going to read this article that supposedly has something to do with what this is all to do with. Twitch streamer Rebecca JustaMinx has gone viral after a video of her allegedly making comments about Mudea, also known as TwoMad, surfaced on X on February 16th, 2024. YouTuber James Jameski accused JustaMinx of actively interfering with investigations and claimed that she assisted TwoMad by disclosing confidential information provided by authorities. Here is that tweet, just for reference. This is Jameski. Just got a full confirmation that I can tell the public you actively interfered with investigations and assisted TwoMad by revealing him, I'm assuming he meant his, confidential information provided by the authorities, and that you also encouraged him to kill himself for hours, days before the tragedy. You even talked about it on streams. And it looks like that was a response to I don't know how to feel right now on February 14th, which I believe is that Valentine's Day? Something like that. Hey, what's up, Ryan Brummer? What's up, Avoided Hornet? Welcome to the stream. So we'll pop back to here. Oh, and okay, apparently it has it right here. Just got a full confirmation. there, okay. So I guess I didn't need to pull up the actual Twitter post, but I did anyway, because, you know, I wanted to have references just in case. Jameski then shared a 1 minute and 3 second clip from JustaMinx's live stream, during which she said the following. I think he's just trying to cope because he has nothing to live for, which I understand, because he has nothing. A few moments later, a viewer stated that they hope to see TwoMad get help. In response, the Irish personality remarked, sure, whatever the chatter's name was, if you support rape and him holding a gun to her head, yeah, I hope he gets help too. And by help, I mean I hope he learns how to tie a noose in a video game. Which, as we all know, the in a video game meme, everybody's heard it. That doesn't actually mean in a video game. But, and then down here, Jameski responds, of all people, she knew that there was never a lawsuit. In fact, she has contributed quite a lot to a lot of stuff that happened over the years involving TwoMad and his victim. She switched sides back to back. Minx's whole reaction to this thing was so odd. Fans react as JustaMinx comments allegedly about TwoMad before his death go viral. As mentioned earlier, Jameski's post featuring JustaMinx's clip has received a lot of attention on X. User at GanaManaRegen reacted to the video by writing, nah, WTF, lol. Sorry. One community member stated that the situation was getting wild. One true Kura. What the? Nah, this situation is getting wild as. X-user at Bobby Scott 04 brought up JustaMinx's controversies from last year when she got inebriated at the Streamer Awards 2023 after party, as well as another controversy when she made allegations against her sister on a live stream. Which, if we get through a lot of this quickly, I might go into a lot of the backstory on JustaMinx. She has some crazy controversies, like insane. But you know, am I kind of low? I am up as loud as I can. Unfortunately, I would make myself louder if I could, though. All right. X-user Bobby Scott. Oh, I said that already. The tweet was, "This the same Minx that ruined the Streamer Awards after party because she was drunk and accused her sister of little man? Is anybody surprised her behavior at this point?" Meanwhile, X-user 6LOD6 remarked, "Yeah, Minx's whole reaction to this thing was so odd to me. And this explains a lot and makes it weirder." Okay, I'm not going to read it again because it's the exact quote. And then Minx responds or says something on her own. "The only way I could have interfered in an investigation is the reports I made to the LAPD of him stalking, threatening me, and mentioning other cases. Show your proof, lad." Expand the tweet. Oh, that's the response to JustaMinx's tweet, I guess. I can't make myself louder. I'll do my best. Hold on. Am I louder? This is as loud as I think I can go. I'm doing what I can. On February 16th, 2024, JustaMinx responded to JustaMinx's allegations of actively interfering with the investigation by asking the YouTuber to provide proof. And then a Final Fantasy commercial that's actually quite entertaining. Sorry, I was distracted. Is that it? Is that really how they end the... Okay, maybe this article wasn't that telling. That's kind of useless. Okay, well, anyway. I still have this up. I'm a bad streamer. My bad. Alright, so now we'll get to some videos of people covering this situation. We'll start with Jalen Live. She has a 19-minute and 24-second video about Minx vs. JustaMinx, TwoMad allegations. I'm going to pop a link to this video. Be sure to go over and sub up or at least say thank you in the comments. Since we're using their content, I want to at least throw a little bit of assistance back to the original creator of this video. Thank you to everybody who does.
JustaMinx has been exposed for helping TwoMad. Now, I'm sure you guys know that recently TwoMad ended up passing away from a drug overdose. And since he passed away, a lot of very serious allegations have come out against TwoMad, with his ex-friend and roommate, JustaMinx, being the main voice behind these allegations. And since he made his initial post after TwoMad's passing, a lot of stuff has happened. And there seems to be kind of a split with what people's opinions are on this whole thing, with a lot of people just agreeing with JustaMinx, being like, yeah, TwoMad's a creep, he's a weirdo. This stuff is obviously true, there's enough evidence to condemn him. But a lot of people are also saying that, hey, it's like messed up that you posted all this when TwoMad's dead and he can't respond to this, and saying that you need to provide more proof, more evidence to all this, because we can't really just take your word on these very serious accusations. And of course, Minx would put herself in the middle of this whole thing. Now, at first,
she chose a really bad time to make these comments. Like, it was literally within a few days after TwoMad died. Actually, I don't think it was even days. I think it was the same day he died that these allegations came out. This isn't Minx. Oh, you mean
When I saw her
actual
post,
Minx,
when I
yeah,
saw her
she does.
tweets, I kind of felt bad.
I think
for
she
her.
had like 3 different surgeries since like her original Raj Chiller days.
I mean,
Which I actually did see when TwoMad won the Raj Chiller, he chose, or when JustaMinx did the Raj Chiller, he was the winner. So they went on a date. They had an E-date.
She knew TwoMad. She knew him personally, and she was kind of making some tweets that were a bit sympathetic. Like she was upset that TwoMad had passed, and there were a lot of people getting on her at that point, being like, "What the heck is wrong with you? You're sad a pedophile is dead," which I find that shit messed up because, like, yeah, regardless of whether or not the stuff that TwoMad did is true, she knew the guy. Like, she knew the guy personally. Of course, she's going to be upset. Of course, she's going to be personally affected, even if the guy did hurt her. I mean, this is something that a lot of victims experience. But then Minx did what Minx does, and well, she made it completely about herself, and she lied a bunch, and she got exposed, basically. It seems like she would take the side of the people who were calling out Jameski, and she would post this. As someone who's experienced it firsthand and spoke about it, I think this tweet is freaking insane. Not even 10 minutes after they announced his passing, I supported the lawsuit that's happening, but I can finally say it after he just passed is crazy. This is just weird. And she's been posting some like weird stuff on TikTok, like this video here, which I can't play the audio for. We're just gonna let this play. POV, you realize your stalker finally dies, but you realize no man will chase you the same way. So, I mean, in conclusion, Minx is crazy. I know, who knew? Like, wow, Minx
Too mad too soon?
is a crazy person, and Jameski would end up clapping back at Minx, and it turns out that she may have possibly been interfering with the investigation against TwoMad, and she keeps claiming that there was a lawsuit against TwoMad, which Jameski has said multiple times that no, there was no lawsuit, actually. It was an attempted arrest, and apparently before he died, he was going to be arrested for these crimes that he's committed, allegedly. Just got a full confirmation that I can tell the public you actively interfered with the investigations and assisted TwoMad by revealing him confidential information provided by the authorities, and that you also encouraged him to kill himself for hours, days before the tragedy. You even talked about it on streams. And then they're saying, oh, so she just straight up.
And then apparently he found a clip of her actually telling him that he had nothing to live for, and hopefully we'll get to hear it.
Face Jameski responds by saying,
it
of
yet.
all people, she knew
I haven't
that
actually
there's
seen
never
a
a
lot of
lawsuit.
this
In
stuff.
fact,
I'm
she's
learning this
contributed
with
quite a
you.
lot to a lot of the stuff that happened over the years involving TwoMad and his victims. She switched sides back to back. This was her just a few days ago, by the way.
Sure, Starburst, if you support rape and him holding a gun to her head,
Nope.
yeah, I hope
Yeah.
he gets up too. And by help, I mean I hope he learns how to tie a noose in a video game.
So that just kind of seems to
She-
contradict her whole.
You're right, Lauren. She actually looks pretty I don't know what happened to her right there. She looks
In a video game.
So that just kind of seems to
She looks tired or
to
something. I don't know.
contradict her whole like, oh, woe is me, my friend is dead, I'm kind of sad, what the fuck is
I
wrong with
usually
you,
like
why are you posting
criticizing
this now
people's
after he's
appearance
dead?
'cause I'm
so
not
it's like,
the-
yeah, it seems very evident that Minx has
Poster
definitely
child
switched back
for
and forth on this whole thing. Now, according to Jameski, she was actively
Perfection.
encouraging TwoMad to take his own life, which that
But
is a pretty crazy accusation.
I don't know
like,
what
if she
happened.
was doing that, then that is a like literal crime. So that's very interesting, and I hope we see the receipts on that at some point, because that would basically
When she
completely
was
condemn
originally
Minx.
like on
now
all the
Minx's
Raj
response
Chillers
to
and
all
stuff
this
like
has
that.
been a very
I thought
very
she was pretty
typical
funny, and I
Minx
enjoyed
response
her content,
to
but
say the least. So
she definitely
Keemstar ended up
went a little
posting
crazy
Minx tried to
eventually.
interfere with the TwoMad investigation and told him to kill himself. Minx talking about TwoMad 2 days ago, and Minx says, why is homie in love with me?
Oh,
Does
yeah,
he like
definitely
older women
addiction
now,
problem,
which is
for
certified
sure.
Minx banger. Okay, you're basically being accused of lying and being contradictory and telling a guy to kill himself before he actually ended up dying. And of course, your response is to be like, wow, Keemstar, are you in love with me? And a lot of people are telling her to like log off, and she just responds with the selfie, which, I mean,
Wow.
that's kind of real. Okay, that's kind of real of Minx. Okay, the one thing you can't say about Minx is that she isn't real. She's crazy, she's insane, but she's real. Okay, she is
really crazy and really insane. This woman is kind of a psycho. I remember her saying some psycho
is
shit towards
for
Jay
real.
Schlatt
And then
as well.
she made this post here where
Before
she
that.
actually does finally show some receipts, and people were like, oh wow, finally we actually do have some evidence to look over here. But she said,
But like, she always did it like as if she was playing a character, but I feel like she wasn't actually playing a crazy girl. She actually is the crazy girl that she was pretending to be in all those videos.
the only way I could have interfered in investigations is the reports I made to the LAPD of him stalking, threatening me, and mentioning other cases. Show your proof, lad. Asked the police to do something, and they said until it's a break and enter, they can't do anything. This is one image from the lawsuit. Jameski, can I show the rest? And yeah, it looks like TwoMad, just like he did to all these other people, was just mass harassing.
Well,
Minx
maybe
and was
it's no caller ID, so it could have been anybody. But to be honest, it probably was TwoMad because he is kind of psycho like that.
calling her like a billion times.
And there's
These are,
probably
I guess, images
voicemails
of
that
him
match up.
with guns and stuff. Now, this at least this image here, or some of these images here, have been like debunked because they're saying apparently TwoMad was like using these guns and like posting these guns on a social media or in messages to like threaten people. But it turns out, at least with this one, that this was an airsoft video that this guy here posted. Wait, so in these legal documents, y'all included a screenshot of TwoMad trying to kill a spider with an airsoft gun? Because I shot that video and none of these guns were real. What is this evidence of? So Minx was getting called out for that.
Wow.
And some of the people involved in the lawsuit
That's
were getting
fucked
called
up.
out for that. Now, Jameski's response to that is basically like Minx doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, she's crazy. Like, she's saying that there's a lawsuit, but apparently it's not a lawsuit. It was a criminal investigation, not a lawsuit. This is literally you talking about it publicly the other
What's up,
day. Are you
Dave? Welcome to the
drunk?
stream.
So I guess this right here is, I guess Jameski is inferring that Minx was interfering with the investigation by talking about things publicly, which if TwoMad.
Well, I mean, if she's submitting false like information as though she knows it's fact, like saying that he has firearms when they're actually airsoft guns, that's definitely hindering an investigation if you're putting forth incorrect information.
Was watching these live streams or got sent these clips could have, interfered with the investigation like Jameski is saying. I will say in Minx's defense, though,
Kind of looks like
if
Rosie.
this is what he's
not
talking
Rosie
about,
O'Donnell,
if this is like what
Roseanne
she did,
Barr
then I
there.
don't necessarily believe that this is malicious. It doesn't seem like she was intentionally
Yes,
like feeding
agreed,
TwoMad
Resto.
information unless there's other stuff that he hasn't shown yet. Let's just see what she has to say in this clip here.
But answering his calls, this dumbass
Jay Schlatt
doesn't
used to be
realise
funny
when
before
I
he
answer them, I can
started
track
messing around with
his location, not me
JustaMinx.
personally, sorry.
I keep
The
wanting to
police
call her
can,
Jinx, like
and
to
see where it
shrink
came
it.
from. If I don't answer it, I can't. And that's what they advised me to do. They said don't talk to him, just answer it, and then you just show us
Free
the call
Schlatt!
and we can track where he goes to right now. Oh, look, he's
I used to
calling
really
again.
like
So yeah,
Schlatt. He
TwoMad's
was
like
funny as
literally
hell.
calling her as she's live and talking about this.
Quit fooling. You know, Mr. Shit for the chicken. I go. We just want to buy.
That is that's such a TwoMad moment. So if that's all that
True.
Jameski is talking
That
about,
is absolutely a TwoMad
she's
moment.
probably drunk in this clip. Like, it obviously doesn't make it right, but like, don't involve her in any of this because clearly Minx is like not a trustworthy person when it comes to stuff like this. So if that is the case, kind of seems like it's Jameski's fault for involving her in the first place. Because like come on, it's Minx. Like what do you expect? Okay, what do you
Well, no,
expect
she
from
fucked
her
up. She
at
needs to
this
be
point?
called
You know
out.
what? Instead of reading this whole like long post, I'm just gonna give a brief summary. Basically, Jameski says that there is like a
Fuck it,
whole.
I'll read it.
Just gonna give a brief summary.
When my friends and colleagues say that my life was in constant danger, they're not talking about just threats. Just within a short time frame, I had a bullet hole put in my office window, was told to wear a concealed bulletproof vest when I'm in public, witnessed a SWAT team with ballistic shields outside of my home, and had to cooperate with an anti-terrorism unit when the rapist made implications of people's lives being in my control at TwitchCon, leading to the entire convention center being surrounded by police SUVs. This isn't even all the things I, my colleagues, and my chosen ones had to endure, just to give a perspective. I'm assuming he's quoting Minx in this.
Basically, Jameski says that there is like a whole police investigation behind the scenes. TwoMad was threatening him and other people, sending them pictures of his guns and whatnot. And during TwitchCon, TwoMad had basically shown up to hurt Jameski, and he was making threats all over his Twitter. He had to hide out with his friends, and someone shot into his office. There was a bullet hole in his window. The SWAT team was called, which he has pictures of, and when they went to court, the victims got their restraining orders against TwoMad, and he was basically ordered to turn in his guns. So a big point that Jameski has been making is that TwoMad still had his guns, and a lot of people are wondering, like, why are you posting this? Why are you posting that? Who cares if he had guns? Oh, these are actually BB guns. The point he's trying to make is that TwoMad broke the law by having guns, or at least implying that he did have guns. Whether they were real or not, he was still in violation of his court order, meaning that he was going to be arrested soon.
True.
And I mean, personally, I will say,
if you aren't allowed to have guns, like actual guns, and you say you have guns, is that somehow illegal? I might have to look that up. I'm gonna make a note of that real quick. Because that is a weird
I do want to see
I
the
don't
evidence.
believe is true,
You know, it
but
would
I'm
be
gonna
good
look
to
into
see
that
some
in
more
a minute
evidence
after
here
this.
before fully condemning.
But I want to
TwoMad.
get
However,
the videos
from
first.
everything that's come out, everything that's documented, everything that's just kind of known of TwoMad at this point, it paints a pretty solid picture that at the very least, this guy was batshit insane. He was harassing multiple girls. He was definitely making threats. He was lying, claiming that, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that.
I
oh,
mean, the
this girl's
fact that
crazy,
TwoMad's insane wasn't
and
a secret.
he did
Even
admit on
TwoMad
video that he sexually assaulted a girl.
knew
Like that,
he
there's
was
video
crazy.
evidence of that. And like, if you believe his fucking batshit insane response or excuse for that, where he was
Being
like, oh, I
crazy
didn't
was
actually
part
mean
of
that. I was just saying
what
whatever I
made him
could to make the girl
popular on
happy. Like, come
YouTube
on,
and
that's
everything.
bullshit. Like, that is bullshit. He admitted
If he
what
was
he
normal,
did,
he
and
probably
you know,
would've
he
been nearly as
harassed this
popular.
girl here, and she shows receipts here. This is TwoMad's account where he's like, "Are you in LA? Let me SA you with a minor, please." So he's sending like shit like that. He harassed this girl here multiple times, just saying all kinds of crazy shit. And you know, you have Jameski's friends saying, "Yeah, this is a lot, but I witnessed this firsthand. TwoMad's threats on James' life during TwitchCon." This guy has like almost 1 million followers. So, I mean, he has a lot of people backing up his story here. Surreal news today regarding the death of my least favorite ex-roommate, TwoMad. Living with him was like around-the-clock babysitting job, but with severe property damage, angry neighbors, and multiple police visits. The guy needed serious help. My condolences are with his family. I don't think that Jameski is necessarily lying here, but I do think he's being a bit too emotional, which makes sense. I mean, his life was personally affected, and his friends have been hurt by this guy, so I can understand where that emotion is coming from. But I do think people have a point when they're telling him to like, yo, calm the fuck down, like wait until you have more evidence to like post all this stuff. But I think from what's public already, it's safe to say that TwoMad was obviously batshit fucking insane, an awful person, someone who's making threats to people, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
That's one side of him. I don't know if that's everything to do with TwoMad. TwoMad was also very good to other creators. He went out of his way to try to help people and stuff. He's not an all bad person, but he definitely did some fucked up shit and was kind of insane.
Was trying to groom minors, and I wouldn't be surprised if the allegations against him are true, right? So like, who would you believe? Would you believe TwoMad, or would you believe his victim here, right? And even after his death, she's saying this: "I'm not celebrating. I hope his family's okay, though I'm sure they are. Losing your child is tragic, no matter the circumstances. I don't know how to process the news of TwoMad's passing. It's a lot all at once, and I have conflicting emotions. He was a terrible person, and people tried to help teach him how to properly dose his drugs because they knew he would do it anyway, but he would do the opposite to get a reaction from them. He took it too far before, and he took it too far this time. I don't feel relieved because I don't know what happens from here. I'm nervous about the internet's impending reaction as I already see it trending on Twitter. I'm not happy he's dead. I'm not sad. I'm shocked, and I can't feel anything but dread, and I feel terrible for his family." So like, at this point,
That's a good
who do you believe?
response.
Like, do you believe the victim, or do you believe
That is a well-written response by Goldie Bell, because she doesn't like say she's relieved. I'm sure there was relief, because
If
he
TwoMad.
is
So I
psycho
would
and he
say
was
there's enough
harassing
evidence
her for
and
sure.
enough backing up other people's stories. And
Regardless of
whatnot,
what
that I believe
anything
her.
else,
I believe that
he
she
at
was sexually
least
assaulted,
did
and I think TwoMad
harass her.
he should have been
Even if none of the
in
other
jail.
stuff
He should have been
happened.
arrested. He should have gotten help. Like, this was a severely deranged individual, and everyone who knew him is claiming such. Oh shit. Okay, as we're live, Minx has made yet another
Jesus.
response to the allegations and outrage and controversy
That is a
against her.
huge
So we're gonna
post.
read Minx's statement here and see what she has to say. TwoMad's passing was a shock that no one was prepared for, and despite the fact that he was an absolute dickhead, I was shocked to see people jump to slander him without even mourning his death or thinking about his family. Even being a victim of him
Wasn't she
myself,
one
I
of
still
them?
think his family should have been considered. You can disagree with me there, but that's just how I feel. He's still someone's
Yeah,
family member.
it's a
That's
bunch
my
of
opinion.
psychos.
I think that is kind of valid. I think
Psycho
there is a
circus.
valid truth in what she's saying there. You know, people have different perspectives, so you can agree or disagree or whatever. It was apparent he had mental issues, and as much as anyone that knew him wishes they were capable of helping, he refused it and continued to act in a threatening manner to not just me, but many other people. There's only so much a human can tolerate and absorb before it impacts their own mental health. It's no secret I have my own mental health issues and a problem with not thinking before I speak. That doesn't make me a malicious person. Ignorant, definitely. Naive, also sure, but malicious, I don't think so. Even in the heat of my emotions, being stalked nonstop by him, what I said is something I do regret in the clip that's making its rounds. And I mean, that's kind of what I was saying. I don't necessarily think that she was malicious unless there's other stuff that we don't know about behind the scenes besides what she said publicly. But from the clips that are public, it didn't seem like she was doing it maliciously. She was just having like a Minx moment, you know?
You're
I can't
probably
take
right.
back those words now.
Like,
Obviously, I was frustrated.
was
I'm aware it's
probably-
not an excuse.
I thought I paused it. She probably was acting out of emotion and just saying, yeah, like trying to be funny. So she made a joke that just happened to time up very poorly because it was the day before he killed himself. Well, kind of. I don't know if you would consider it self-deletion. I don't know, because
Moment, you know, I
I
can't
guess
take
he
back those
OD'd
words
or
now. Obviously,
something,
I was
but I don't
frustrated. I'm
know.
aware it's not an excuse.
I don't know if you
and I know
consider
why
it
it was
that.
wrong and insensitive to say something like that. But even now, I don't feel guilt because I didn't cause his death. It was just wrong to say
Yeah,
in a terrible time.
and it
Do I
also
wish
makes
I
you
could take it back?
appreciate
Yeah, but I
what
also
you
don't blame
have
myself
and
for
like
being
the
pushed to
people
that
in your
point.
life
When I
that they're
said
not
that
like
shit, it
these
was
people.
after daily back-to-back calls from burner numbers or no caller IDs. I couldn't take any calls without the threat I'd answer to him. I couldn't go live without him
It's
instantly.
kind of no matter how much somebody screws you over. At least they're not like calling you every 30 minutes and leaving you creepy messages on your phone and singing songs and stuff to you. Yeah.
me or
so
potentially showing
that's-
up to my
that's a
house, but for
plus.
some reason people don't want to provide those clips. He
well-
found my address and would leave random shit on my
Apparently he was playing Overwatch and died. I'm assuming drug overdose because he did have drug problems. Like, that's no secret whatsoever. He definitely abused drugs. But I would need to look at the report of what the cause of death was, but I could do that while this is going.
doorstep or vandalize my house at various hours of the day. He'd send pictures of guns, and regardless of if they're airsoft guns, do you think they look any different when you get pictures of them sent to you with threatening context? I'm not sure why people are quick to dismiss my experience or feel the need to turn this into anything else that it's not. If it's because you actually care about
Yeah,
the truth,
drug
if you like
overdose
to have a
at
discussion
23
privately, I'm
years
open
old.
to them. Specifically with anyone that's personally been impacted by TwoMad and not a goddamn third party. Otherwise, I don't care for anyone's opinions or manipulations of the situation. I also still don't understand how I fucked up with the lawsuit, and I'm disappointed Jameski just said that with no evidence.
So it's
And
not
people
like
ain't
a
this literally
intentional
you. But like again,
self-deletion,
this is
as far as
this
we
is,
know. It might have
you know,
been,
this
but
is, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, that's just her being funny. Okay. But like, come on, this is Minx. Like, I don't think this proves anything. I don't think this proves she's malicious. All right. Minx is mentally ill. She's mentally fucked in the head. And she's
True.
gonna do things that make no sense. And I think that's what a lot of this is. I think with Jameski's post, his main thing was pointing out the hypocrisy of her being like, oh my god, Jameski, why would you post this? This is so insensitive. Well, like a few days later, she's like, yeah, you should die, TwoMad. Which I don't blame her for. Like, if the guy's stalking you and harassing you and threatening you and he's apparently a pedophile and a rapist, like, yeah, sure, tell him to tie a noose. I don't really care about that. My main issue, and I think other people's main issue, is just the, like, weird hypocrisy, you know? And that's just the issue with Minx, and that's something that she needs to work on. I don't know if she was being malicious here, and I think Jameski should provide proof to what he's saying, because maybe there's more that we don't know about behind the scenes. But again, this is just it paints even more of a picture that TwoMad was fucking insane I mean, he found
Don't
her
get me wrong,
dress.
I'm
living
all about
random
dark
shit at her
humor. I
doorstep and would vandalize
make
her
jokes
house
way
and
too
send
soon
pictures of guns to
on
her.
these
So I think
situations,
it's
so
very likely that he did shoot
I get
James
that.
Ski's window. I mean, if he's doing this to Minx, he was probably doing this to other people. So I do think this
And
kind
I
of
do have
backs
a
up
dark
what
sense of
James
humor,
Ski
so I
is
can
saying
find
at
these
the same
things
time.
funny, even though
He should provide
they're a
more
little
evidence
fucked
that
up,
Minx was
but
messing with
that's
the
kind of what makes them
investigations, 'cause
extra
I
funny.
don't think that her going on stream just kind of venting while TwoMad was literally calling her and harassing her live on stream and being like, yeah, I could have you arrested, dude. Like, I'm talking with the police. It's dumb to do that.
Yeah, I'm more referring to the video after, not so much the Taya Noose thing. I'm more referring to right after he died. She came out with the video and she's like, imagine being happy that your stalker's dead, but realizing that no man will ever try so hard to get to you or something like that. Like, it was a little soon, but I'm okay with that kind of dark humor. But it was definitely
It's retarded to
little
say that, but
fucky.
Minx is kind of retarded. So that's why she was saying all that. So I don't think that that's her malicious.
That's- I mean, she looks like
trying to
somebody
mess
who
with
could
any
do that.
investigation at that point. He actually posted it. James Ski actually posted the proof. Holy
But apparently
shit.
they
TwoMad
didn't
did
find him
possess
until
real
days
firearms.
later.
I was sent this video that was privately taken right before BDS concert, December 2021.
Bro, my fucking ears.
Yeah, we're good though.
Yeah, that's a real gun. So one of
Well,
his friends was
it's
was
blurred,
coping
so I can't
before
tell what
and
that
was
is.
like, oh yeah, this video here, this is a BB gun. Oh, this is airsoft, this is that. But like, this is definitely a real gun.
Bro,
okay.
my fucking
Good to
ears.
know.
Yeah, we're good.
The fucking like shell comes out.
Yay, what the fuck?
Looks like that's Goldbelly, and he has his gun out. So it's a real video. It does exist. So, I mean, he's coming out with the fucking receipts. Jesus Christ.
are we sure that's a real
so, yeah,
gun?
that I'm guessing that is Goldbelly,
I can't
the
tell, but
person that TwoMad sexually assaulted. I
not
don't
from
remember
here.
the full allegations, but did he threaten her with a gun when he sexually assaulted her? Or I don't really remember what the context was. But this is
Supposedly.
fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
This is absolutely fucking crazy. Second photo, this isn't the second one when he answered the door and met that girl the first time. The second photo is crazy. Isn't that the same gun? This is insane. What? So I'm guessing there is a full video. Why on earth is he holding it in front of her? I'm super scared to ask context for the second
least he's not
picture.
pointing
There's a
it
video
at her
of
there.
that second picture, but I can't find it. Wait, there's a video? Robin, do you have the video if that's real? Oh shit. Wait, here it is. Wait, what is this? An incredible manipulation from James Ski, once again trying to make TwoMad look as awful as possible. Here's second picture context. Obviously, TwoMad's retarded for gritting someone with a BB gun. But being so dishonest is insane. Oh wait, is this not Goldbelly then? Or Goldie Bell, whatever her name is?
Are you okay? Oh, really? Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's pretty fucked
So
up.
I'm guessing she was
So-
scared when he was pointing this BB gun at her or whatever.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, even if it is a BB gun, it's still not how you want to answer
Dude,
your
that's still
door.
insane though. I didn't know how to say hi to you. So I'm
For
pointing a
somebody you
BB
know?
gun in your face.
Well, he didn't point it again.
This was 2022.
There's
Is
no
this
point
is this
where
the girl
I
he
saw it
sexually
pointed
assaulted?
at her.
Do you think it was a real gun? I have a real one.
He is saying he has a real one though.
I may still have a real one.
I may still have a dude. He's still threatening her. Dude, that's actually fucked up.
That is pretty fucked
That
up.
one just isn't real.
Not gonna lie, that is pretty fucked up.
Are you okay?
I don't necessarily know if this makes TwoMad look better at all, actually.
Well, I mean-
he literally says he has a real one, bro. And as
It
far as this
kinda does
girl
because
was
he doesn't
aware,
actually
he
point the
was
gun
pointing
at
an
her.
actual gun at her. It's like fucking
doesn't
psychotic,
actually
dude.
point
So
it
he's
at her,
providing proof of it.
Still. Alright, and that was
JustaMinx has
that was Jalen Live's video on Minx versus Jameski. Make sure you
So there is an account on Twitter that
make sure you go and hit the
JustaMinx
like button
had-
on that video for them. Boop boop boo. I appreciate that I was able to use that. Boop. Alright. And here is video number 2. This is from somebody else. Talking about JustaMinx as well in the same situation. This is from Sleepy, who I've seen other things about the TwoMad situation, but this is supposedly addressing the JustaMinx TwoMad situation, which is what we're focusing on right now. But yeah, go ahead and hit the like button over here as well. Boom. Just like that.
So it's been a couple of days since TwoMad passed away. Unfortunately, of course, you never want to see somebody that young pass away. The reactions have started to pour in over the last couple of days. Obviously, we made a video the other day talking about it. A lot of people coming out with their takes, talking about how they knew him, what they knew of him. I think for me, the content creator that probably had the best take was JReg. I really appreciated what he had to say in his video.
It worked for me like fasting. Yes, I tried to get TwoMad on OMAD, and now he's NOMAD.
But there have been other content creators that have been making this all about themselves. Minx is a degenerate alcoholic Twitch streamer who likes to post a lot on Twitter. And when TwoMad passed away, this was feasting time for JustaMinx. I mean, how many tweets can we get out about this subject? And before you go, whoa, Sleepy, you made a couple of videos on this subject. Aren't you milking as well? Yes, I am. And I'm very clear about that, and I don't act like I'm emotionally attached to TwoMad. I'm not acting like he was my boyfriend and I was in love with him, and this is breaking my heart, because it's not. I was a really big fan of TwoMad for a very long time. I've already explained this, and then he did a bunch of shit that like just changed the way I felt about him. I will still, you know, unlike Fantano, if TwoMad put out an album, I would review it, but you know, he can't put out albums anymore. So by now you're asking, Sleepy, what did Minx do? This video seems so poorly put together. What did Minx do? Like, what, that's the point of the video, isn't it? I've had several horrific and scary actions with TwoMad, but it was clear he was mentally ill and didn't accept it. He wanted to keep taking drugs to feel better, but when I met him, he was a chill and nice person. I don't know how to feel right now. Drink some alcohol to feel better. As someone who experienced it firsthand and spoke about it, I think this tweet is fucking insane. Not even 10 minutes after they announced his passing. And this is obviously in reference to the Jamesky tweet. I supported the lawsuit that's happening, but I can finally say it after he just passed is crazy.
Right after?
This is just weird.
That is kind of fucked up. I didn't realize that he said it like the day after.
He's been wanting to talk about it for a long time and couldn't because of the lawsuit. TwoMad's death let him feel relief too.
You could still
Not
give
everyone
it a
is
day or
as
two,
conflicted
though,
as you are right
That's
now.
a little
TwoMad fucking stalked me until he passed away. I felt relief too. But speaking on it an hour after he passed, weird. Log off. Now, obviously, the career of any celebrity is always going to involve some amount of sharing your private thoughts publicly. But what do these tweets offer? Like, all I'm getting from these tweets is, oh, Minx knew TwoMad. That's cool. Oh, Minx is kind of defending TwoMad. Okay. Oh, Minx had weird interactions with TwoMad. Interesting. And the very special, I don't even know how to feel right now. It's like, okay, cool, yeah. Thanks for tweeting that. Jamesky then offers this in a tweet. Just got a full confirmation that I can tell the public you actively interfered with investigations and assisted TwoMad by revealing him confidential information provided by the authorities, and that you also encoured him to kill himself for hours, days before the tragedy. You even talked about it on streams.
I think he's just trying to cope because he has nothing left to live for, which I understand because he has none. Sounds like revenge. Hope he gets help. Sure. Starburst, if you support rape.
If you support rape. I thought this was your boy. I mean, I'm looking at these tweets. You're talking about, I don't know how to feel right now. You're talking about, you know, it's kind of too early to be making these types of tweets. Dude, before he died, you called him a rapist.
And him holding a gun to her head. Yeah, I hope he gets help too. And by help, I mean I hope he learns how to tie a noose. In a video game.
Hold on. You're actively on stream encouraging that he kills himself? Now, I do want to add the context. Obviously, this was before he killed himself.
I don't
so
like
at least,
drama.
You know, there's that. My bad. Overdosed on the Fenty, okay? My bad. Or no, ketamine. Maybe laced?
The hell?
I don't know. This next tweet is a doozy, so let's jump into it. TwoMad's passing was a shock that no one was prepared for, and despite the fact that he was an absolute dickhead, I was shocked to see people jump to slander him without even mourning his...
This guy's voice is too soothing. It's making me sleepy. Hence his name, Sleepy.
death or thinking about his family. Even being a victim of him myself, I just still think his family should have been considered. You can disagree with me, but that's just how I feel. He's still someone's family member.
The lo-fi
That's
in the
my
background
opinion.
doesn't help
It was
either.
apparent he had mental issues, and as much as anyone that knew him would, I'm not finishing
know what
this.
you're
You can
talking
read
about.
it in your own time if you want. It just sucks. Look, I think it's totally fine to have mixed emotions on someone, and maybe the way you felt about someone when you first met them is completely different than how you feel now. Maybe, you know, the allegations of SA
If there was drama, there isn't drama anymore.
and, you know,
I
drug
don't
abuse
think.
and, you know, potentially murder attempts, which is some stuff that's been brought to the forefront. I don't know if I believe, especially with the lack of evidence. Yeah, it's totally possible to have different feelings at one point than you do at another, but it's pretty
That's what we call
consistent that
clickbait.
Minx is just generally irresponsible with the way she speaks. And yeah, it offers a lot of interesting content that I then get to cover and make videos on, but
True.
at the end of the day, you're still retarded for producing this type of content. It's insane that, like, on the one hand, you're willing to say, yeah, he should figure out how to tie a noose, and then on the other hand, you're saying, oh well, we can't jump to any conclusions. I mean, he just died. I mean, we can't. It's like, dude, yeah. While I agree, I definitely think Jameski
Yeah, I don't know how
probably
this is
should have
necessarily.
posted
Well,
more
I mean,
evidence when he
there
posted.
was drama before he died, with him stalking people and the weird stuff that he did. Was kind of
what he
drama.
posted.
But now
I
he's
don't
dead,
have an issue
so
with
the drama's done.
them, you know, doing his thing
Now
if he
it's
wants to say
pretty
that
much
type of
just
shit. Keep in mind that since TwoMad's death, everything
figuring
that I've
out
seen from Jameski has
who's
been pretty
responsible.
consistent. I haven't seen too much of a switch up. While
Or if
Minx,
she's
on the other hand,
complicit
this
at all.
person's been all over the place. On the one hand, he's a bad, evil person who, in her opinion, has raped someone. And on the other hand, I don't know how to feel.
Yes.
Maybe I'm too low IQ to rationalize the feelings of a degenerate alcoholic, but what I will say is that from my perspective, as somebody who, you know, in the past, maybe I've held some grudges and I felt,
I do all
you know
kinds
what?
of stuff,
I hope
my
that
guy.
guy does kill himself. I've never switched up so
But I don't
fucking
consider myself
rapidly in the
drama.
way that Minx has and been like, yeah, this person that
I just cover anything that's current
stalked me
events.
and I believe someone
that's been going
and I
on.
said that they should kill
Okay,
themselves.
slightly not
I
current.
don't know how to feel right now.
Slightly
bro,
delayed current
Is
events.
Minx a bad person? Is she evil? No, I don't think so. I think she's really fucking stupid.
Rhiannon
Like
thinks
really
it's
fucking stupid. I think this is
black
like somebody
magic.
who lives a very vapid
Some that,
lifestyle. Thing to thing.
JustaMinx
You know what I
cast
mean?
the Avada
Whatever
Kedavra,
brings me the most pleasure
and
in
that's
this
what
moment.
happened.
That's what we're doing. I think that's kind of how she lives her life. And I think that lifestyle, that thought process leads you to making tweets like that. I think it leads you to, you know, maybe living a little too much in the moment. Not that you shouldn't live in the moment, but you should be aware of, you know, the greater severity of what you're saying. Something that I should probably
Should've
follow,
went to the
but I
defense
like
against
making
the dark
YouTube
arts
videos
teacher.
and being a freak online, so... And this is one of those weird scenarios where I can't even say if I were to offer Minx advice, because like Minx would never benefit from my advice. I'd actually say that her entire career is successful partly because of these things, partly because she inserts herself into dramas. I almost lost my mind for a second. I saw that she had a link tree, and then I saw she had a Fansly, and I was like,
no.
there's no way this bitch is an OnlyFans bitch. And then I realized that it says no nudes, so... I think if I'm racist against anyone, it's definitely
fuck?
like women that make money on OnlyFans.
Okay, I don't really know this
like,
guy very much.
I could be friends with
I don't
them.
condone
but could
him.
I date them? No. But anyways, ladies and gents, that's the video. I just wanted to present some of these tweets, kind of show you the perspective that Minx was offering over the course of TwoMad's
I don't know. That
online flame.
That
I
went a
suppose.
weird
I think
way
that's
at the
kind of-
end there.
That's what we'll call it. But yeah, ladies and gents, other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We're back with another video tomorrow, and give me some fucking topics in the comment section down below. I need some topics, okay? Give me the fucking topic.
all right. That was a strange one. Got one more, and this one's from Passive 9355. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm going to link this one as well. Yeah, that last one took a weird twist at the end. I don't know what that was all about. It had a very soothing voice, though, so I was kind of like entranced and just gone. Kind of like Resto, where they just talk like this, and you know, with the nice lo-fi sounds in the background, and it just makes you feel so relaxed, and it's okay. Everything's okay. No matter what you get going on in your life, it's just okay.
While playing Overwatch, infamous YouTuber TwoMad died and stayed dead in his room for 5 days before anybody came and checked up on him and realized he was dead. Disregarding how sad
That's
that
longer
information
than I
is,
thought, even.
while I'm
5
not
days.
one to celebrate somebody's death, I'm not gonna be upset that TwoMad died by any metric at all, because TwoMad was a very bad person when he was alive. He was in a lot of controversy for
people are,
stalking, harassing women, saying
people are
pedophilic
mean.
things. Just being an all-around not good guy, and even post-death, he's still in controversy. James Key, a YouTuber, I think he's a YouTuber, says, "I can finally say it. TwoMad was a rapist and a pedophile. Over the past few years, he tried to murder me multiple times for helping the police and detectives in multiple states to investigate a lot of horrible things he's done." Again, not really surprising, but I didn't know he was, honest to God, I did not know he was, trying to kill this man for helping victims of,
No,
of
not
TwoMad.
you, I-Fi.
He
I'm
says
talking
something
about
else down here that's
Resto.
relevant.
I
He
might
says,
have
"Please remember that he's a
accidentally
rapist and a
said
pedophile. He
I-Fi.
continues to prey on the vulnerable even after the police got involved, including a
Yeah, I
13-year-old
probably
mental
wouldn't want to
hospital
hang out
potentially
with him
doesn't
either.
excuse any of his actions." It doesn't. Not at all. And I completely 100% agree. And while to me this came out of left field, because not only did I not pay a lot of attention
TwoMad got him
when
both.
he was alive, I'm like, okay, why are you waiting until he's dead to say this kind of stuff? I realized he waited until he was dead because he had like actual court, like he legally couldn't say this kind of. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's probably still could have waited 2
He
days.
posted a really
Being
much longer tweet.
honest. That's much
Outlining
longer
some
than
stuff
I
that
thought.
I'll read you the important parts of. One of the things it says is the justice courts in multiple
didn't realize it
jurisdictions
was
deemed it
that long
necessary
of
to
a
provide restraining orders to protect the victims / witnesses and those around them. The burden of proof is on the
Original
prosecution, and it
tweet.
was met in full. The court issued multiple permanent restraining orders for many of his victims, as he was vicious, unhinged, and violent, going out of his way to hurt not just his victims but those who were close to them, all just to inflict maximum damage on everyone he's hurt. TwoMad has been caught destroying evidence, sending death threats to witnesses, and fabricating stuff to brainwashing his audience. The judge shut down his lies during the hearing, and all this is public records. Last thing I think I'm going to read for now. Just a reminder that this guy got caught hiding in the court
He was dead 5 days before anybody knew he died, so.
cafeteria when he
Not
realized he
quite.
would get to see one of his victims in person again. This is the same guy who was dancing on the grave of a murdered child just a year ago. This is the same guy who secretly recorded multiple videos of him committing crimes, including sexual assault and pointing a gun at one of his victims. He shared those videos with his friends, but was mortified to find out the court had gotten hold of them. This is public records once again. Here's the picture. I'm pretty sure this is a picture of him pointing a gun at one of his victims. I think I'm going to blur the gun because I don't know if I can see it, but just trust that's the gun in his hand. And again,
And then the blur goes
I'm
away
not really
as
surprised.
he
I didn't know
zooms
anything was
out.
happening about it, but I'm not surprised that he did this kind of shit. And like he said, there's public records. If you can go and look at the court records yourself. I actually tried to look up the court records myself. I have no idea how to do that. I did everything that I knew how to do. I looked it up. I don't know that. I did everything. So if you know how to do it, can you please tell me how to do it step by step in the comments, or send me a link if you can, if that's a thing. I don't know, but I still stand on everything I said in this video because people have come out saying TwoMad is doing that kind of stuff before he died. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. He has his name on his
This is
chair.
this is nothing
Pretty
new.
badass.
This is not surprising at all. Plus, why would
One
you
day
point
I'll
us
get the
telling us to
YTEmpDave
go
Secret
get the
Labs
information,
chair.
telling us where to get it.
They'll make it for
if,
me.
If
My
he was
logo
wrong.
and everything.
I just don't know how to get it because I'm kind of stupid. But anybody who knows how to look up court records, they can do that kind of easily.
At least he's honest. I give him that.
I don't see how anybody can, be like, oh, so sad that TwoMad died. I understand, death is never a good. But when somebody who is objectively bad, death threats to this guy, pedophile, harassing multiple women and a lot of dudes too, I don't feel any remorse for you at all.
Is there actually
And,
proof
the
somewhere
family
that
and
he was a
whatnot.
pedophile? Because I did not know that. I was unaware. I know he said some creepy things that he said, he sent out the text that said with a minor, but I was pretty sure that was just a joke, but I could be wrong. Maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe I'm missing something in that.
My heart goes out to the family. I really hope they get through this, but still, I'm not gonna act like it's not a good thing that he died. I'm just saying. And so a lot of things happened to this Jamesky guy. Again, I hadn't known, but apparently he had to have police officers stake out at his house. I think it might have been multiple times. Don't quote me on that. Because TwoMad was sending him death threats. TwoMad alluded to the fact that Jamesky would have multiple people's lives in his hands at I think it was TwitchCon or something. And because of that, the whole convention
TwoMad,
center
but
had
not
a bunch of fucking
directly.
police vehicles around it because
I
they
never
were
had
really,
any direct
TwoMad to do
interactions
something
with
crazy.
them, but
you just don't do that kind of shit.
tangentially, sure.
Bullet hole in Jamesky's office window, most likely from TwoMad. I think these are like police you know, I think these are restraining orders. I don't know. Those are police documents. There's a lot. That's all that matters, really. I don't know. And TwoMad sent Jameski to the hospital due to all the stress that he was causing him by threatening him, his family, you know, just everything and everybody around him. So he actually, due to stress, had a lot of health complications at the hospital. That's very depressing. That's very sad. And you know, there are people who were impeding with the investigation, as he says here. He says also some people interfered with the investigation. I'm waiting on confirmation whose name I can bring up today. And then Minx tweeted, "I don't know how to feel right now." That nigga Jameski comes in, no hezzy. Who's got full confirmation that I can tell the public you actively interfered with investigation and assisted TwoMad by revealing him confidential information provided by the authorities.
Now I understand this a little better. This guy's actually doing a pretty good job of breaking down the timeline, because I had some things a little mixed up in the timeline. I didn't realize that Jameski was coming at TwoMad that hard before JustaMinx made a comment. But Jesus.
He even talked about it on stream. Now,
holy fuck.
While I think it is an overall good thing for a lot of people that TwoMad is gone, the fact that Minx
I do like that he's like, no hezzy.
I'm not putting it past. Minx had probably one of the most insane fall from graces I've seen in my entire life. Like, it's so wild. Minx used to be, everybody used to talk about Minx. Used to talk about Minx.
Yeah.
Now nobody talks about her because her issues with this, that, and the third. I'm not going to bring that up here, but you know. And then Minx released a whole Declaration of Independence. So first of all, she's going to turn it on you. She's going to say, TwoMad's passing was a shock that no one was prepared for, and despite the fact that he was an absolute dickhead, I was shocked to see people jump to slander him without even mourning his death or thinking about his family. Hey, I'm going to say it right now. I don't think it's slander or like, sorry, I didn't think about the family while calling out the pedophile.
It is slander if there's no proof that he was a pedophile. So then it would still be slanderous. Actually, if you put it on Twitter, if you typed it in, technically that's even libel because you're doing it in print.
You know what I'm saying? I understand.
Hey, Leopard Print, how you doing today?
TwoMad was a good guy while he was alive, and then all this came out. He was doing this stuff while he was alive, pointing out that the guy that died was a pedophile. I don't know. I don't really see that as a bad thing. Even being a victim of him myself, I just still think his family should have been considered. Considered in what? Pointing out the fact that he was a pedophile? Like, we're not going to be like, guys, let's not call him a pedophile. The family might get upset. Like, what? Stop talking. You can disagree with me, but that's just how I feel, blah, 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 whatever. Bunch of bullshit. But then she turns it into, guys, this is about me, actually. This is about me. Because she was being harassed by TwoMad. Which, again, I don't, you don't deserve to be harassed by TwoMad. 100% you don't deserve to be harassed. But you were just here helping him. You were here, giving him information that, should not have been given to him. You were telling him to kill himself. Multiple times. So let's not act like you're sad about him dying when you're the one who's telling him to kill himself. She was like, I don't think I caused his death. I'm sure you're not the direct cause. I'm pretty sure he didn't go, well, since Minx told me to kill myself, I'm going to go, do I think you helped? Yes, 100%. Like, dude, what? I still don't understand how I fucked up with the lawsuit, and I'm disappointed Jameski just said that with no evidence.
She didn't help the
Again,
situation.
I think the evidence is in the public records, considering Jameski came stacked with it. Go look at the public records. Like, it's so insane because, she's sitting here. Oh, guys, you got to think about the family. Right. Did you think about the family when you made this TikTok? Your stalker finally dies, but you realize no man will chase you the same way. Do you know how disgusting that is?
POV.
Where you sit there, think about the family, and you release this.
No
guys, this actually hurt me really bad.
That's what it was.
But look, and I understand people use humor to cope, but you can't sit here and be on your high horse. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
And then make a TikTok like this. Like, it's so backhanded and it's so cringe.
Don't send $10
mental health doesn't
for
make you a pedo.
Sorry.
I mean, if you're a pedo, you're mentally ill in some way. Why are you being combative and lame like this in the comments? Why are you being combative and lame like this in the comments, man? I will take your virginity consensually, freely, and explicitly given. I will make you as comfortable as possible. I will pick up when you call. I want to give you wise advice whenever you want. Hey, dude, don't talk to a woman like this, especially considering she just wants to be friends. You know that. So can I fuck or not? What the fuck, this bitch? Kill yourself. You want to say nothing to keep the conversation going? Are you that obsessed with me? Lord knows you're bored as fuck with all that money. Hotels and swimming. I love dog hotels. Sends a bunch of stuff that he's not allowed to say. I thought of the attention, your opinion of sustainable.
Yeah, he was definitely a creepy fucking dude
on my
too.
Yeah, I don't know. So take off your clothes while I play Overwatch for 100 viewers.
She looks like a default Oblivion
That shit would be very chill, hot tub. Can you like a little girl from me on the mic? Yeah, no, he was just a bad guy. And
You're
again,
not
I'm
wrong.
pretty sure this isn't even one of the women that got like a restraining order on. He was just that.
Let's see if I can make
insanely
JustaMinx on Oblivion after this.
Yeah, I don't know.
We go into the character creator.
I'm not upset that TwoMad by any metric at all. And I'm not surprised that Minx hopped on this and be like, guys, I'm actually the victim. I know I told him to kill himself multiple times, and I gave him information that he should not have had, but guys, I'm actually the victim here. Literally. Like, dude, go get an actual job. Go do something, man. Like, this shit is so lame and corny. 1.1 million views and 5K likes. That's actually so depressing. That is so sad. This guy wants to hit. You provided evidence. Where? What evidence, brother? There's no evidence here. This is all anecdotal. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You provided evidence. And yeah, if someone was stalking me and constantly calling me, I'd probably not think very nice things about them either. You're in the right. What do you mean? She was being an apologist. Guys, I can't believe you guys are slandering him. What slander? He did all these things. Like, this guy wants to hit so bad, he's not even thinking straight. Like, oh, take it out of your mouth, bro. What?
Jesus.
But yeah, that's
This kid's coming at him.
Let me know what you think. My heart goes out to TwoMad's family. I hope they're okay, and I hope Jamesky is okay. I hope he can rest well now, considering what happened to him. Yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think. I love you. Bye.
Yeah, regardless, okay, so all this said and done, I'm going to go into my synopsis of what I've got so far. If anybody wants to pop up and talk, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to go full screen, well, full-ish screen, you know, doing what I do. I'm going to drop the link here in chat. If anybody wants to pop up and talk about this or anything else, I'm going to open up the panel. So you're welcome to come up and chat, discuss, and say some weird stuff. But, so, after all these, actually the third one I feel like gave me the most information on, it made me understand what everything was going on there. TwoMad wasn't a great guy. He was funny. He did some good stuff. But overall, seems to have done a lot more bad stuff. And he was crazy. Definitely crazy. But so was Minx. Minx still is crazy, though. My heart goes out to the family no matter what. I don't like the idea of calling him things or attributing things to him if there isn't backup. Now, if there is and there's like a conviction and it's proven that he was a pedo, that's fine. But that's such a bad label to put on somebody. It's pretty much the worst thing. Like, I could call somebody a murderer and they won't be judged as harshly as if I call them a pedo. Or if I confirm that they're a pedo, quote unquote. So I never really think that's okay. And if there's even a shadow of a doubt, I wouldn't throw that on him, especially right after he died. That's pretty fucked. Call a divorce attorney. Why is that worse? I don't know. But JustaMinx is insane. I don't have an issue with the dark humor joke that she made, to be honest. I have a little issue with Jamesky posting that so quick. Because I'm guessing that was like I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that's the day that he died. As soon as he found out, he pretty much went straight to Twitter and just typed that whole thing out. JustaMinx's response to it, like saying that it was messed up when she had put out the joke the day before, is pretty hypocritical and fucked up. Not something that you should do. And JustaMinx is insane. So I can't take her seriously regardless. But the PR statement after the fact was actually halfway decent, but I still don't like her being such a hypocrite of talking about how Jameski came out the same day when she had put out a video the same day as well, saying when your stalker's gone, but you realize another man will never chase you like that. It's still really fucked up. I guess nobody really has a lot of points to make or wants to pop up and talk about it. You're all welcome to. So I'm going to play a little video as an outro here, and might come back in a few minutes with a gaming stream. But that's going to be it for the TwoMad coverage. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. This was my TwoMad coverage for the day. Enjoy. Great song, and Mario Judah doesn't do copyright strikes, so appreciation to you, Mario Judah. This dude actually has some skills too. Where the fuck is Mario Judah? Alright. Give me 1 minute. I'm actually gonna raid into myself. I'm gonna make a second video real quick and see if I can raid into it. I don't know if this works, but we'll see. One sec. Almost there. I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna try my first raid for YouTube. I'm gonna try to push it into this next video here. I think I do it here. I go down to the bottom, Customization, redirect, add. Redirect into that. And now when I end stream, it should dump you over there, but just in case it doesn't, let me... Did I hide myself instead of the... Whoops. I hid myself instead of the video. What is happening? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Sorry, I'm trying. What's up, Struggle? How we doing? W Stolen Beat. It's such a good song. What do you mean, Stolen Beat? That's Mario Judah. I mean, it's a stolen song, to be honest, as a whole. YouTube. Let me grab my thing here. No, that sounded terrible. Okay, that's not what I meant. Go to my channel. Go to this. Copy. I'm going to post it here. If the redirect doesn't work, go ahead and click on that. Thank you. We're going to see how it works. I'm trying this for the first time.